Same voice, opposite views. Found a twin of mine who just happens to have all the opposite views. Okay, sure. Why not?
Yes, I've been waiting on this. Thank God.
Wait, what do you mean? Hold on. Make it harder for dude. Is this some Democrat bullshit again? Why married women? I'll give you an example.
Let me move to the other side.
Man, fuck you, evil twin. You don't know jack shit. Fuck you.
Oh, okay. I'm really excited to like actually hear their like for real actually, like no meme. I'm actually excited to hear the counterpoints because I'd love to address them. So I wanna hear what they have to say about what I said. Like what's the rationale behind it, you know?
That it's racist to have voter ID because black people don't know how to get IDs. That's literally what they believe, by the way.
Yeah, it is actually. That's what the Democrats said themselves. So I don't really have to prove that it's real or not.
It's not me saying that. That's them saying it. That black people, it's difficult for them to get IDs and they can't figure it out and they can't afford it. So
that's what they said.
It's racist to not allow people to vote without an ID, which is like, if you think about it, that's actually kind of racist.
I'm really excited. I want to know what the counterpoint is here.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just a...
Bro, she's just evil.
Oh, okay.
She is just evil. She's evil. She's fucking evil.
Classic.
It's the classic, like, say racist thing to claim other people are...
Good counterpoint. Good counterpoint. True.
Racist. It's actually fucking hilarious. It's basically their playbook.
Millions of eligible American citizens their constitutional right to vote.
Okay.
Yes, I've been
Classic
waiting
argument.
on this.
Me too. That's a classic argument. Yep.
Yo, me too.
Thank God.
American citizens to present proof of their citizenship in person when they register to
The fact that this isn't the case is freaking ridiculous. How is this possible? Like, how is this possible? It's like, you don't need to prove that you're a citizen to vote. Who thought that was a good idea? Who?
Yeah, because you see, if you don't prove that you're a citizen when you vote, then it means that that people can cheat, basically, right? So like, if you make it easier for people to cheat, then you have a higher percentage chance of people cheating, and you know you don't want that, right? In an actual election, because people that aren't citizens, they don't belong in the country, right? So they shouldn't be making the decisions for citizens. Basically, that's the logic behind it. I want to hear what she says about that.
Who came up with that? It's so unbelievably retarded. Like, I can't. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, retarded because it's stupid. Yeah. It's not possible.
Now, all of our problems in society come down to true groups of people.
I think Asmongold is right with this 100%.
Isn't it crazy how no matter what the problem is, it's always from the same place?
Is that, guys, is he
It's kind of true. That's kind of true.
being Karenist and incelist?
What are the fucking odds?
True. It's so true.
So true, yeah.
I love that Asmon came up with that. It's actually so perfect. It actually fits so well. It explains like everything in the world. It's wild.
when they register to vote for the first time, and every subsequent time they update their registration
We agreed on it. She didn't disagree with me, so we agree on that. We found common ground. That it's the Karen's fault. Nice. She agrees with Asmongold.
information. The problem is that 146 million American citizens, about half of U.S. adults, do not have a passport, and 69 million married women do not have a birth certificate that matches their current legal name. For months, voting rights advocates across the country
If you can't figure out how to update your name, you're a retard. And if you're
True.
a retard, I don't want you to vote.
That's true, because you just go and then you just go to the place and then you update your name. And when you get married, you already get like a certificate that you can use to basically update your name.
100% actually. True.
We need to have a serious conversation about ways that we can keep.
Dude, this is another thing that, dude, this just blows my mind. Like,
Okay.
like let me okay, I've told this story before, but let me illustrate an example to you of like how fucking annoying this is. Okay, whenever I go to vote before, so when
How does she talk slower? What the fuck?
Because I'm thinking about stuff. That's why. Also, I kind of have like a little bit of ADD, so like it's like I have to slow down a bit and like think about it, because I like to think about stuff before I talk about it. That's why. So sometimes I pause and I think, and it helps me with that. Yeah.
every single one of them is glazing Asmongold, or maybe what if I'm the evil Leaflit?
I was in
Yeah. Well, I think like it's kind of crazy, but like if I think someone's right, I say that they're right. There was like one time I thought that Asmongold was wrong, and I said that he was wrong. So like sometimes I'm an Asmongold lover, and sometimes I'm an Asmongold hater. It depends on the video, really.
in California. Whenever I would vote, this is how it would go. Me and my mom would get the voting stuff, like the voting, like the
I fucked your mom last night.
That's impossible. Nobody was at my house last night. It was just me. I would have known because I have a 360-degree camera array around my house, as well as entry sensors. So there's no way that it would have been possible. I would have known. And also last night, I played Schedule 1 with my mom until 3 o'clock. And then she went to bed. I know she went to bed because I had to go pee and she was in bed and I didn't hear anything. And again, the entry sensors went up around that time and the 360-degree camera. So there's like no way. I think she just lied. That is really unladylike too. Yeah, true.
Like the one that they send you. Not really. It's like a practice ballot. They basically send it to you, like show what's going to be on there so that you know what to vote for when the time comes. You can like look at
Hold
it.
on, wait, let me ask my mom actually. Hold on one sec. Be right back, guys. Mommy? Did you fuck a VTuber last night? Yeah, did you fuck a VTuber last night, like after Schedule 1? Yeah, come here. I have to ask you. Actually, I think she's exercising. Hold on, I think she's exercising. Mommy, I know you're exercising, but I have a really important question. Did you fuck this VTuber last night?
Who the fuck is this VTuber?
She said she fucked you last night.
Do you realize that this house she would have been wearing bullets, right?
True. You know what? True. Good alibi. Well, there it is. I looked into it completely scientifically. I checked the cameras. I checked everything. This is just a flat out lie, actually. Yeah.
I'm ahead of time to like look into it, right? So we'd get one of those, and me and my mom would sit at the coffee table, and we would look up every single person, and we'd be like, who should we vote for? And like me and my mom vote, like we typically vote like together because we kind of have the same values. Like we'll help each other. We'll like look up stuff together and be like, okay, like this person.
Oh wow, you're so educational. Oh, good for you. Oh, you're so educational. Oh.
What's that? What's that? Edumacation? What's that?
Oh wow.
I don't even know what that means.
Informed voter. Hello, informed voter.
Yeah. Well, see, so basically when you vote, you're trying to pick like what's the best option between two things. And the reason why you do some research is that you know who to vote for, right? Because if you don't know who to vote for, then you could vote for the wrong person. Yeah, that's why. That's the reason.
Good, this person's good. We would look up like all the people that we're going to vote for. Every now and then we'd find someone like, I don't know who the fuck this is. I don't really know what they're about. So like, I'm just not going to vote. Right. But like a lot of the times we would look up like this person. Oh, like this person did this. This is what they're for. This is what they're about. Like these are like their proposals. Do we vote for this person? Yes or no? And then we would like mark it in our things. We have like a little sheet and then like we're ready to go. When we go to the voting booth, we know exactly who we're going to vote for.
Yeah. We would do this for ahead of time.
Well, right. And you know, we would spend like a good hour on this, kind of looking up who we're going to vote for, making sure that the person that we're voting for is actually a person that we want in office. After the election, I talked to my brother, and I asked my brother, I said, oh yeah, did you go vote? Yeah. Who'd you vote for? And my brother goes, Gavin Newsom. And I was like, oh, why'd you vote for Gavin? And my brother goes, so like my vote?
To be fair, that was Julio's fault. Julio cut out what my brother said because this Chilean guy, he time bolted the fucking video. So like he time bolt basically cuts out like when I say like when you go it cuts all of that out. And this guy time bolted the video, and that's why he didn't add it in. Yeah, he screwed up. Yeah. It's supposed to say there. Because that's what my brother said. He said, and that was the whole story. Yeah.
Was canceled by that dude. So think about it. Like his vote like was worth the same amount as my vote. Yeah, it happens every time. So like honestly, like
what?
Oh. Okay. Hold on. Wait. You just said. Okay. Okay.
Wait, what? Hello? Can I just get a repeat on that?
Who'd you vote for? And my brother goes, Gavin Newsom. And I was like, why
Gavin Newsom?
You vote for Gavin?
And my brother goes, Gavin. So like my vote was canceled by that dude. So think about it. Like his vote like was worth the same amount as my vote.
Yes.
Yeah. It happens every.
I don't
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it. I don't fucking get it. Okay.
Okay.
I literally do not get it.
Let me explain. So, okay, so if one person votes for the opposition of the person that you vote for, then so if you have one vote, right, for one person and you have one vote for another person, then they're both one vote for both people. So it effectively cancels out the vote because the votes cancel each other out, right? Because it's all it matters is like who has the higher number, right? So that's how it works basically, because you're in opposition to another voter who voted for the other person. Does that make sense?
What are you fucking talking about, mate? Mate, what the fuck are you on right now?
And if they don't actually care or like research into it, then it still cancels out your vote. Yeah.
Like honestly, like if you're too retarded
Yeah, it was a little bit hard to understand. Yeah, my
to
bad.
figure this out, then like maybe you shouldn't vote.
Yep, we can keep stupid people out of voting.
What the dude? I'm so confused. I don't. Please learn how to articulate your thoughts. Actually, okay, I shouldn't be saying that to myself because I have trouble sometimes too. But like, I don't follow. Okay, I don't speak retard. I'm sorry.
100% agree with him.
You might
It's a
say
good
that
thing.
yeah, true. I do. I can speak retard. So yeah, I get that. It's kind of a complicated language.
Or
True.
whatever, but like to be honest,
enough.
like if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, then I don't think you should vote.
This is a big problem that we have.
It is.
Massive.
I think she means to say my brother voted for Gavin Newsom because he has a D next to his name, but like
Yes, true.
but like that wasn't what she said at all. Like these are not any of the any close words to that at all. Like I would understand if you just like down the ballot D votes, right? But like
Yeah.
that's not what
Huge.
It's fine. It's because Julio fucked this up. Julio fucked up this video. He confused a lot of people with this, by the way. This was 100% Julio's fault. I'm not busting him or anything. I kind of am. Well, no. I mean, no. I'm not gonna, guys. I'm not gonna bust Julio. Like, yeah, it was his fault.
Fucking problem. Now I know this might be a controversial take, but I think
No, I actually 100% agree with this. I'm sick of retards voting.
most people shouldn't vote. Else
Oh, no, she says that I nullified her own vote. Oh, yeah, that's fucking retarded. Fuck, dude, fuck off. Dude, that's so stupid.
Yeah.
Because her brother voted something else. Hold on, there's a good example of this not nullifying, right?
Okay.
Let me think. So if you vote for one side, well, it's not like there's only two parts. Well, sometimes, well, yeah, I mean, like, fuck. I mean, wait, hold on. Is this the primary? Is she talking about a primary? Whatever, man. She doesn't even know what the fuck she's talking about.
Gavin would have won anyway, to be honest, technically in that election, because it was actually a vote to remove Gavin or not remove Gavin. So it would have actually not been for the guy specifically that I voted for. It would have been the vote to remove Gavin in the first place. So like the whole thing with like Larry Elder was like a secondary thing that was like after that. And since the first part didn't even pass, then it didn't really matter. But in the specific case of if we should remove Gavin Newsom, then it did kind of matter. Yeah.
1 equals 0. Wow, you know, I mean, like, technically, kind of, but, like, not really. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
kind
true.
of, but not really. Yeah.
Take, just bring back asylums. Well, that's a good start. Very popular take. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But,
Larry Elder, yeah, the black face of white supremacy, that guy, yeah. The one they said that, not me.
Is because anytime you basically
That is the most retarded ass take, though, to be
say something against like quote unquote democracy, it makes people really angry. Yeah, I mean this is basically the reason we're not a pure democracy either, as
Yeah,
well.
we're not.
It's because of this reason of the tyranny. It's the tyranny of the retarded majority, basically. With people that have no skin in the game, they don't care. They just whatever. Basically, they don't care about it.
Why is this hoe pretending as if she doesn't live in a luxury mansion, in a luxury room, on her gaming chair?
True. I do have a nice house now. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hiding behind a fucking...
I don't have a gamer chair though. I don't want to be accused of having a gamer chair. I have a regular office chair. I think that gamer chairs suck ass and that they're for suckers basically. So I don't have one of those. So like I just want to be clear.
VTuber avatar, probably living off of her parents' inheritance.
My parents are still alive.
Why is this motherfucker not acting as if that's the case for her?
I do have a nice living situation now. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. God bless.
Bitch, you're, as a VTuber, you're probably more, with an active audience, by the way, you're much more well off than like 99% of society. Probably.
That's true.
Fuck off.
Anything.
Yeah, it's really fucking annoying.
That's true. God bless. Thank you, God.
let's keep up in those numbers. We can keep going, right? And how do you not have ID of?
That is the perfect video for this.
Everyone knows my story and how I used to be really poor. I don't have to go into it. You guys aren't retarded.
Democracy basically means government.
Bro, dude,
I love this guy.
Nepo babies.
Yeah, I'm a Nepo
Something
baby.
needs to happen. Something drastic.
By the
Whoa,
people,
drastic.
of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.
But the people are retarded. That's my favorite quote. I love that clip. That clip is so good. Theana, thank you so much for 5 gifts. Thank you for feeding this Nepo baby. I really appreciate it. Also, thank you so much for your contribution to the PSYOP as well. Thank you.
Is if you cannot manage your ID, you can't manage your identification, you can't update your government information, you are probably so cognitively impaired. I don't think that not only should you not be making decisions for other people, you shouldn't even. And the other circumstance is that you're lazy. And if you're so lazy that you can't figure out how to get.
This is why I want only in-person voting, with the exception of like maybe like our overseas troops who literally can't vote. And of course, like we can have like some caveats for people that are like,
Oh, you know, if you actually did your research, the Republicans don't even support overseas military people voting. Okay, so I'm pretty sure in one of
is that true?
One of the elections going on right now, the Republicans are literally making a case for overseas military people that that their vote should not count, essentially.
So it looks like in 2024 that there were Republicans led lawsuits in looks like Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Michigan, challenging the validity of overseas ballots, which included military members. They were challenging the verification processes of like overseas ballots because they were worried about fraud, basically. And so what happened was people took that and said that, oh, they don't want overseas troops to vote. That's what happened. I just looked it up.
I remember reading about this, right? Where the Republicans are literally talking about not letting military people overseas vote. Literally
disabled, people that are literally unable to like go to the polling office. But if I want a mail-in ballot because I'm too lazy to go to the polling office, if that
by the way, pro-military, by the way, pro-veteran, by the way, pro-VTuber, by the way. Oh wait, no.
Polling station.
Yeah. That's why there's like a caveat for people that like can't move. Right, like if you literally can't move, then like you can prove that you can't move, or that you would have issues. You'd be significantly burdened. That's what the caveat is about. That's what I meant. That's what caveat means, by the way. Like that, there's like there's a little carve out there, basically.
That's the reason you shouldn't be able to vote, in my opinion.
Your government ID set up, and now we're supposed to expect that you're not lazy enough to figure out the way the country should go. What do you think the odds of that are? Oh, that's right. 0. Thank God they did this. Why do they defend being stupid, like you shouldn't be voting? Why do they defend being stupid? Because they require...
Pro VTuber? Yeah, I'm pretty pro VTuber. Like, I think VTubers are cool.
Hire stupid people to win.
That's true.
Epic! Leaflit! Evil Foodshops! Epic! Oh, so epic! Oh, cool!
Sounded.
Yeah.
Like, that's so fucking true.
Oh my God, so real.
This bill would be for American
He's
citizens.
not wrong.
Across the country have been sounding the alarm about how disastrous.
I think that people are fucking fatigued from a bunch of screeching Karens complaining about sounding the alarm. When you sound the alarm every fucking month because something bad might happen, people stop listening to the alarm.
It's a bipartisan issue that people are too late.
Wait, Julio, did you?
People stop listening to the alarm. It's
well played.
It's a bipartisan issue that people are too lazy to go to the poll. I mean, I agree. I don't care whose side they're on. If they're too lazy to go to the polling office, then yeah. For me, it's never about what side. It's a.
What do you mean it's too lazy? See, this is how I know this person is privileged as fuck.
Yeah.
A stupid, fucking retarded Nepo baby that sucks on her mom's tits.
A lot of people would really love that art. In fact, I think that art probably does exist, but that's just not me. I'm not really into that, to be honest. Now, if I had an older brother...
All right? Keep sucking in your mom's tits because you're going to need that milk. All right? Because I'm going to tell you this now.
I don't drink milk, by the way, unless it's from Hokkaido. And my mom's not from Hokkaido, so
The reason why you are able to go to the polling place is because you're not working a 9 to 5, and you're not pressed for time. You're not working overtime. You don't need to feed your family. You don't have any kids at home. You don't have any of these things. You don't need to pay mortgage for a house. You don't need to pay taxes. You don't need because you're probably
I don't have to pay taxes? I did it, guys. I did it. I made it.
You don't need to pay taxes. You don't need because you're probably a fucking dependent under your fucking parents.
No, I was before. Not anymore, though. I think I make too much money for that.
You fucking retarded loser.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I am retarded. That's true. Loser? Fair enough. Fair enough. If Leaf was a dependent, she would have to pay more taxes. That's right.
Oh my God. These caterpillars? No, this is not a caterpillar Karen. A caterpillar Karen is a young girl that complains about social issues for clout because she's still in high school or, what do you call it? Still in college, maybe. This is a fully mature...
Wait, what is it? There's a categorizations of Karens? Wait, what?
Butterfly. This is a fully grown Karen.
Oh, I didn't know about the life cycle of Karens. I didn't know about
This is leveled up, level 60 Karen here, okay?
Oh,
this
shit.
This is the moth.
That's really high level.
That's right.
This bill would be for American citizens. The bill will now be taken up by the Senate, where it's going
level
to be
60 is really high level.
Overcome the Senate filibuster. And while it is extremely unlikely, advocates are concerned that members of Congress could try and use special procedural rules, especially
do it, whatever it takes.
Around the budget, to force this bill through with a simple majority vote.
Do it.
And while that might seem a little bit far-fetched, last month President Trump even signed an executive order trying to.
Wait, what does sound like Foodshops? Like, okay, hold on. Wait, what? Okay, wait, hold on. Let me listen back to it. I do think it's the typical voice. Look, everybody's get me out.
Oh shit! People were right about
the
me.
life cycle of Karens. I didn't know about this.
This is leveled up.
Wait, isn't that transphobic? Yeah, actually, I'm against that because that's really transphobic. That's really mean to trans people. True. I wouldn't want to say that trans people sound like me because that would be awful. You know? Yeah, that's unfair. That's really unfair. Yeah.
Level 60 Karen here, okay?
Oh,
this
shit.
This is the moth.
The moth.
That's right.
This bill would be for American citizens. The bill will now be taken up by the Senate, where it's going to need 60 votes to overcome the Senate filibuster. And while it is extremely unlikely,
the rumors are true. All VTubers are men.
Members of Congress could try and use special procedural rules, especially.
Yeah, that is true.
Whatever it takes. How the SAVE Act would disenfranchise millions of citizens. Gentlemen, today is a very beautiful day.
Yep.
Because it seems as though... Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. The SAVE Act officially passes in the House to require...
This is the funny thing is I've also heard Asmon say this, that it's weird because they use this as an insult. But I'm not really offended by that because I don't hate trans people. So like somebody says that, I'm just like, okay, I don't really care. Right? You can think whatever you want about me. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah.
Of citizenship in order to vote.
No mercy. We will bury the rebellion.
200, and this is of no surprise, 208 Democrats have voted against using ID.
That's so fucking badass. That's really badass. Holy shit.
4 voted yeah, though.
Fucking W.
4 voted for yeah.
Hired me. He said why? I said because I'm black.
Well, you can't have it both ways, and Jasmine and I just don't see the world the same way. I don't want to walk in a room and get a job because I'm black. I want to walk in a room and get a job because I'm qualified, because I am educated, because I have hard work, determination, because I believe in this country. That's why I am a United States congressman.
God, his skull is shaped differently, just like how. Oh yeah, I can sense a. I can sense a Rwandan. Like, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding. Fuck.
Anyways,
I'm sorry.
In a white majority district that President Trump would have won by 20 points, and I just won by 27 points. And the reason is because of this.
Well, guys, seems like we have the black face of white supremacy here, right?
Yep. I am literally living Dr. Martin.
You are a token. You are a token. You're not special. You're a token.
Wait, she literally said what I said. But like, actually, I was joking. I say right after this that I was joking.
Once they're done, they're gonna come after you next, bro. Okay, Mr. Uncle Tom. Okay, Uncle Tom.
I don't even know what to say about that. I have no jokes.
The color of my skin or by the content of my character.
That's what they said, by the way. When Larry Elder ran against Gavin Newsom, this guy isn't Larry Elder, but what I'm saying is Larry Elder was another black man. And when he ran against them, he said the same things. They basically said he's the black face of white supremacy, which is like insanely racist if you think about it.
Oh, shouldn't have paused there. Shouldn't have paused there.
Don't see.
The reason.
Yeah. And racism based. Foods, you're a token. I am a token. All right, guys, we have to stoop to their level. We have to be racist. I'm kidding.
Why people want to get judged for immutable characteristics is because they can't stand on their own merit. If you can stand on your own merit, why the fuck would you need to have an advantage for something that you can't even control?
To the best of their ability, regardless of what they look like. I never want to be demeaned for what I have done, and it's the way I look. I want to be.
This is a really popular thing that a lot of guys are bringing up, and like you see this a lot. It's kind of sad to see this happen, but there's been a growing amount of people that have been apprehensive and worried about like getting medical treatment from doctors that are parts of minority groups, because they're worried that these doctors and people that are part of these minority groups could have been beneficiaries of a system.
Bitch, this is the first time I've heard of it. You are an actual fucking moron. What? Okay, all right, listen. Okay, no more Leaflit, okay? No more Leaflit. I do not sound like this person. This person is not my evil clone. This person, I do not recognize this person. This person is not my long-lost sister, okay?
Damn, that's really mean to trans people, the way they're saying that. Using it as an insult, really. Yeah. I don't think poorly of trans people, actually. You know what, though? You know what? Good video. Good video. Let's look at the comments, yeah. Listen to everything you had to say here. Not a single counterpoint or fruitful substance was made. Just mainly wild assumptions and personal attacks based on assumptions. The only attempt at a counterpoint was people are too busy to get proof of ID because they're working 9 to 5, house payments, taxes, etc. So out of the 8,760 hours that there are in a year, you couldn't even find 1 or 2 hours to get a proper ID. If that's true, then you have far bigger issues to be concerned with your personal life than voting. Well, not only that, you only really need to get an ID like one time, right? You might have to do some updates, like address updates, but I believe you can do those online. You could do updates online, especially for like driver's licenses and stuff. You can do them online, but I know because I moved a lot before. But yeah, you only need it one time, the ID. Yeah. Yo, Anonymous, thanks for the gift sub to Foodshops. I really appreciate it. Thank you for gifting them more of my content. I really appreciate it, Anonymous. You're the best. Thank you. As someone who's relatively uninterested in politics, I feel like you didn't really do much this video except spew insults. The only point I can give you is at 7, until you ended it with an insult. You didn't add anything to refute her points or put in personal beliefs on why Leaflit was wrong for thinking in the manner that she was. My house isn't that big. A manor? I don't know about that. I understand that you are playing the game live and likely not thinking too much on the matter. However, I would have preferred more actual criticism over simply calling her a bitch and a dependent, otherwise good gameplay. Reaching, not everything is about you, says Bleh. The clout chasing. I mean, it worked. I mean, we're watching it right now. VTuber fight, let's go. I'm not fighting anybody. I'm not really interested in getting into fights with people. I was just watching the video. I didn't say anything bad, I think. I'm pretty sure I didn't. I didn't have to, really. If you were white like her, then maybe the uncanny connection would be made. They're not technically wrong because they do believe that Asians are white adjacent. So fair enough, you know, fair enough. She's sucking up to Asmongold for real. I found her channel. I sub. She stutters when she She stutters when she talks. Chat, do I stutter when I talk? I stutter, right? I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do all the time. Yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. Actually, I should leave a comment. Sister, dearest, thanks for covering my content. I appreciate it and I hope you have a great day. Looking forward to seeing more content, more of your content. Yeah, I'm just supporting people. I'm gonna sub too, actually. I subbed.